Hello everyone, my name is Leslie. Welcome back to my channel. This is a series of frugal thoughts, and my frugal thought for you today is something actually that I was brought up in one of the videos I had done a few weeks ago about my frugal morning, and thank you for everyone who watched it. I got one comment which I thought was interesting from somebody who I think was kind of critical of me for taking a shower at the gym after I went to the gym in the morning. I will tell you that I go into the pool and I swim in a pool. And so I do take a shower every time I leave the pool. You know, they want you to shower before and after the pool. And someone made a comment about criticizing people who use gyms as their personal salons. Which I kind of pushed back a little bit and was like, well, no, I'm taking a shower. Like the showers are there for people who have gone to the gym. And if they just go to a land class, that's what, like a non-swim class. If they just sweat and they want to go to work, that's why they have showers. I think it's interesting that this person pushed back on that or had a problem with that. I don't know why that person, but that kind of leads me to my point today. It's interesting how people perceive people. I mean, that is a frugal thing I'm doing by taking a shower at the gym, but it's what I do, and I would do it regardless whether or not it's frugal. Like, it is a frugal thing to do, but I would be showering. If I chose to go to the pool at night instead of first thing in the morning, I would just be showering later at night when I got out of the pool. So I'm not sure that that person was accurate in describing what I think the person had a problem with what I was doing, is what I'm trying to say. And I think that the ethics of frugality can be very interesting. I remember in the Tightwad Gazette, if you've read that book, and if you haven't, you should get it. The Tightwad Gazette, there was a time where she was on a talk show in the 90s, and in the talk show, they put her up in a restaurant and she brought a muffin home. And I remember from the buffet, the breakfast buffet, and that's what she ate for lunch. And I remember it caused a big uproar, stink, people feeling like she shouldn't have taken the muffin. Like there was something unethical about that. I don't remember how she resolved it. I do remember, however, that it then got into a whole discussion about ethics with frugality. And one of the examples she had given was, you know, there's nothing unethical about going into your local store, whatever it may be, your local grocery store, and only purchasing what the store will call the loss leaders, the items that they price at a really low price to get people to come in and buy the other really expensive things. There's nothing unethical about that. So is it, you know, I just think it's interesting the things that I think it's interesting that people tend, and this is my personal experience, and let me know if you have felt this way ever, if you're someone who's on a frugal journey, or if you are frugal and on a debt-free journey or minimalist journey, that people sometimes take issue with your decisions with regards to frugality in ways that I don't really think they have a right to be making decisions and making judgments. I had this past weekend, there was an event at our church that it would cost $35 a person. And a friend of mine had asked me if I wanted to go. I didn't really want to go on Friday night for a variety of reasons. I've been working a ton of overtime at this particular case that I've been working on. And I just didn't really want to pay $35. It was designer bag bingo. I did want to see my friend, and I knew that I would see other people there. But again, it was kind of like a cost-benefit analysis. Like, oh, I don't really want to spend $35 because A, I don't want a bag, even if I win it, because I have tons of bags that I've gotten at Goodwill that I'm trying to get rid of right now. Coach bags, Kate Spade, I mean, really nice bags that I'm trying to get rid of. So I don't really want to go to a designer bag bingo night. Maybe what I should have said was like, no, I don't want to go to designer bag bingo, but let's go grab something quick to eat, or do you want to go see a movie on, you know, another night? It is still hard because I still have my daughter at home. And so even though I'm at an age where a lot of people don't have children at home, I still do have children at home. And this weekend, my son is coming home from college for spring break, so I'd like to hang around with him. But anyway, in the course of this, the person was like, oh, Leslie, you never want to go out. And quite honestly, A, it's not true. And B, even if it were true, I'm kind of all right with that. Like, I'm kind of all right with just being, I am really a homebody. I think frugality has made me a bit of a homebody. But anyway, I thought it was interesting that someone feels like they can comment on your decision. And I kind of said like, oh no, I don't really feel like spending $35. That's more than I want to spend. I don't really want the bag. And I kind of explained some of my reasons, but it was kind of interesting to me, the pushback I was getting. And it kind of was like, this is my friend, but I was a little surprised that I think she wanted to go and she was disappointed that I wouldn't go with her. But at the same time, I was a little surprised that she would give me a hard time. So let me know, is what I'm trying to say. And the one thing I did want to say is, and I don't remember if I told this story in this exact same video because I had told it before. Years ago, there was an attorney I worked with, and I guess the firm allowed, this was back when we had outboxes, and they allowed the senior partners to bring their mail. You were allowed, they would pay for your mail to go out, like your personal mail to go out. If you wrote a letter to Aunt Sally in the office and put it in an envelope, and there was an attorney, they would just they had like a meter reader, I guess, and they would just stamp all the letters, and the senior partners. Now, we were not allowed, everyone but the senior partner attorneys were not allowed to do that, only the senior partners. And I can remember this one attorney who I worked with would bring in like 10 envelopes every week that had like birthday cards and his bills, and this was back in the day. And I remember being a little surprised that, I remember that stamps were, I think, 39 cents. And I was, if he had like 5 or 10 of these a week, which would save him $3.90, that struck me as a little interesting. And I mean, again, it's kind of the same thing. He was allowed to, but for some reason that struck me as maybe not the most ethical thing, bringing your mail from your house into the office versus the stuff that you were generating in the office. Like if you went out at lunch, bought a birthday card to your Aunt Sally, you put her name on it, and then you mailed it out. There was something about him bringing the envelopes in. Again, I'm probably doing what I just was telling, like I'm critiquing someone's frugality, and maybe that's wrong. Maybe it was because he was a senior partner, and like the word got out, everyone knew that he did it, because the guys who picked up the mail would talk about the fact that every week there was like 5 birthday cards, and like the word had gotten out that John S was his name. I'm not going to give his last name, that's what he was doing. So anyway, I think you just have to be careful. I think that I have to be careful about critiquing people who are critiquing me, and that that people make their decisions about being frugal themselves. So I'm not sure if any of that came out the way I wanted to, but hopefully this is like basically the ethics of frugality is what I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching. And if not, next time maybe I'll be more concise. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.